This is your goal superseder formula, how you can supersede the goals that you have created for yourself in your life. Now, one of the first things that I want you to understand is around purpose. There are two layers to purpose, if you like. There is the overall human layer, and then there is the individual layer. So us as human beings, one of our purposes, which is universal to every human being, is we have come here to learn how to have fun and how to consciously create the life that we want. Now, fun isn't necessarily going to mean easy, but we receive the sensation, the energy of fun when we overcome our challenges and we learn to stretch our strengths. And then in order to have fun, we need to manifest. Now, there are three ingredients to manifestation: desire, imagination, and expectation. Now, we are all born with desire. We all want something, right? And we're actually all born with imagination. As we go through life, imagination can be sucked out of us. We are told to get real. We're told to get a real job. We're told to stop daydreaming. We're told we're told that we have limits, that we have limitations, that we can't have everything that we want. So our imagination is actually dulled down. So part of our job is to practice our imagination, to develop that muscle. And then there is the level of expectation. How much do you expect that you are going to receive in life, that you can receive in life, that you're worthy of, that you're deserving of? An expectation is actually affected by the level of shame that we hold, or the beliefs that we hold about ourselves and what we can receive and what we are willing to receive. But the goal superseder format looks at imagination, because our imagination is an incredibly important tool when it comes to creating goals and superseding them, succeeding and going even further. And this is why we need a future vision. So let me describe to you the need for a future vision. The past doesn't actually exist. The only place where the past has a presence is in your memory, and that's obviously skewed because of it's based on your perception of something that happened. But we use the past as a foundation or a backdrop, if you like, to make sense of why we are the way we are now. But when we stay stuck in the story of what happened in the past, when we hold on to that, when we are focusing on blaming the past, what happens is we put our attention onto the past. And attention is currency. There exists unlimited potential futures out there for you. But when you put your attention here onto the past to explain what's going on now, what you're doing is you're putting your attention, your energy, which is currency, you're putting your energy into the past, which means you are more likely to pull forward the future potential that replicates that which happened in the past. So this is why you see repeated patterns of behavior occurring again and again and again, because you are stuck in the story, you're stuck in the past, rather than letting that go and then thinking, okay, what is it? What future do I want to experience? What do I want to have for myself? Therefore, focusing your attention and your energy on that and pulling that forward. So it's not enough to just say, oh, I want this. Oh yeah, but the reason why I don't have it is la, la, la. You're putting your attention in the past again. What you need to do is know what it is that you want to create. Know what it is, how you want to feel. Focus on that future potential, and you will increase the likelihood of you actually experiencing that as your future, because this is where you place your energy. And you cannot create that which you cannot see in the mind's eye. So this is where imagination comes in. We need to be able to imagine that future. We need to be able to connect to that in our mind and in our hearts so that we can actually create it. If we can't see it, if we don't feel it, we'll never create it. And when you know what it is that you want to create, when you have your dream, when you have this vision, you are more likely to keep going even when it gets tough, even when there is chaos around you. Because if this is where you are, and this is where you want to be, this is what you want to create, there is a gap, there is a chasm. And we as human beings, in order to move from here to get to here, we have to cross this chasm. And what is this in between here? It's chaos. Because you cannot create something new without first breaking the old. So we have to break this down, whatever this might be, move through the chaos so that we can create the new. And when you're going through this chaos, this can actually be uncomfortable. It can be painful. So when you have your future vision, when you know what you're trying to create, when you know how you want to feel, what you want to build for yourself, for your family, you are more likely to sustain this discomfort in order to get to that future potential. So my goal Superseder formula, what I have done for you is I have listed a series of questions for you to answer based on that future that you want to create. So my goal Superseder formula is a series of questions that I ask you in order to trigger you in such a way that you are able to not only create the idea, the vision that you want to have for your future, but you're able to really challenge that vision and really push the boundaries on what it is that you actually want. Now, these questions you might want to go through quite quickly, or you might want to give yourself a number of sessions where you sit down and ponder and journal. It's entirely up to you how you approach these. I also provide a guided meditation to help you go through these questions in a much more deeper and powerful way, because the meditation is accompanied with supporting healing energies that you receive. So you take on the energies. This helps you to go deeper, and it helps you to unlock even more hidden information that is held within you because it's already there. So it's up to you how you approach these questions. Ask them of yourself once or go back multiple times. But this isn't just a one-time thing. You might want to make this a regular occurrence. Every number of weeks or every few months, you go back to these questions just to make sure that you really are on the right track. We are spiritual and evolving human beings. Our desires will change. Our goals will change. So it's quite right that we should revisit these questions regularly to make sure that we are putting our attention, our efforts, our energy, our time, our love all into the right space.